This hand signal can save someone's life. It's a bit of almost domestic terrorism happening right now. And we're all experiencing extremes right now, but we really identified that this was a moment where the traditional kind of ways that people would access help, a lot of them were cut off from these women and families and people who are at risk for this violence. The symbol is simply raising your hand, your palm to the camera, and then tucking your thumb, and then closing your fingers over your thumb. We can't forget that this is silently happening in all of our neighborhoods. It doesn't matter where you live. There is someone who is at home right now who cannot leave and is looking for a way to be able to reach out. We know that domestic violence it's a pattern of behavior. So we know it's not anything that has started during the pandemic, but we also know that there are things that escalate. People are on Zoom way more than they ever had been in the past. And it allows them to be able to do that in a way that discreetly allows them to signal this, where maybe someone who is monitoring their digital communications, they would leave no trace as well. Again, no, this hand signal is not going to be the answer for everyone, but I think in any way that we can fill the gap around what people might need, other tools that they can just put together and can make maybe this is the one thing that they needed. And I can't emphasize this enough, because what we definitely do not want happening is people seeing this symbol and then just calling 911 or something. We know from our domestic violence partners that they're sometimes calling 911 or calling the police to a situation makes things even worse, even deadlier. We want to encourage people to be very, very thoughtful. Ask yes or no questions. Do you want me to call 911? Would you like me to be a part of your safety plan? Would you like me to look for shelters for you? Would you like me to check in on you personally? Would you like me to check in on you in the next couple of days?
In some countries, the number of women calling support services has doubled. Meanwhile, healthcare providers and police are overwhelmed and understaffed. Local support groups are paralyzed or short of funds. Some domestic violence shelters are closed, others are full. I urge all governments to make the prevention and redress of violence against women a key part of their national response plans for COVID-19.
And this is just a critically important piece of, we can't think about women being, economic drivers and women being the head of their community. One of the most basic things we need for women is that they are able to be safe in their own homes and be able to reach out for help when they need it.